Prynawn da, boys and girls, and croeso nôl, welcome back. Welcome to our third virtual assembly. I have been absolutely blown away by the fantastic work you continue to do on Seesaw and Google Classroom, and I am absolutely loving the different rainbows you have created. I've taken a couple of pictures off Seesaw, and I'm going to show you a selection of them. One has even come from just outside London, from an old university friend of mine, who managed to see one of our assemblies last week, who lives just outside London in a place called St Albans. So enjoy our rainbows. Now, as we enter our second week of home learning, I'm sure there are some things we are finding easy to do, while maybe some of our friends are finding them difficult. And that's the same in life in general. Some people accomplish a skill straight away, while others have to work really hard at it to master it. And then sometimes people try to avoid them, want to give up, perhaps not bother, pretend they don't even care when things get difficult. Now, I'm sure the home learning is like this for some of us. Maybe it's for some of us, our children, but also for some of our parents. Because, let's face it, they didn't expect to be doing this at this moment in time. They thought our children would be in school, and they have to still carry on working from home and help with their children's learning. But what I'm here to say is, keep at it. Don't try to do too much. You're doing a fantastic job. And I have a special poem today, which links in about not trying to do everything perfectly and everything straight away. And it's from one of my favourite stories. And it's from one of Aesop's fables, and it's been transformed into a poem. The Hare and the Tortoise. Hare was proud, he boasted, I'm better than the rest. I always get a prize, come top in every test. He had few friends, always drove them away. He had to win at any cost. It's rather sad to say. Tortoise was very timid, yet always tried his best. And even though he worked so hard, came far behind the rest. In spite of this, he'd loads of friends, was always full of fun. He never said a hurtful word, was kind to everyone. When sports day came, a race begun, they all stood on the line. The rain poured down, 'twas very cold, and Hare began to whine. Tortoise though said nothing, as usual he tried and tried. Soon he reached the winning post, Hare's victory he denied. At last someone had beaten Hare, Tortoise hadn't wasted time. Hare, so busy mourning, had seen him cross the line. Tortoise was a hero, and at last he was praised, while Hare, who'd lost the race, was totally amazed. Tortoise, ever thoughtful, felt sorry for the Hare, and held out a hand forgivingly, his friendship to declare. Now, Hare understood he wouldn't get the praise, and Tortoise had revealed to him the error of his ways. Tortoise had learned that plodding on would help to see him through, so we should learn to do our best in all we say and do. Now, that poem passes on a very special message for us all, especially this time now where we find ourselves stuck at home. It's important that we keep trying to give our best in everything that we do, following Tortoise's example. And this is vitally important for our home learning activities, slow and steady. Particularly as this could go on for a couple of weeks, and we need to make sure that we do a little bit but often. And I think that's an important message for everyone. That we do need to take breaks, that we do need to rest our minds and have some fun. But by doing the tasks set by your teachers each and every day, your learning continues to improve. And I think that's the message we need to take on. Perseverance. Keep going. Keep trying your best, because eventually you will get there. Now, today's song. It's amazing. I'm having requests left, right and centre from different people about the songs we should sing in our assemblies. And today came from several parents. And it's one of my particular favourites. And it's also my favourite, the favourite of my brother Robert, who, unbeknown to me, is enjoying these assemblies. So, today's song, played not by Mrs Stoneham, but by Mrs Powell, is Nid o'n gofyn bywyd moethus, Calon Lan. We sing the first verse twice, and I want to be able to hear you here in Tom Pentra. Diolch, Mrs Powell.
So we will sing the first verse through twice.
Fantastic singing there, and that's one of my favourites. Now, the bedtime story is back tonight, and I got a little treat today that the person reading today's story currently isn't in the country. Has a very strong link to Llangynoed, and it's someone I actually have never met. But I am pleased to say that our story tonight comes from a long, long way from a land down under. And that's a little clue who's reading tonight's story. Now, I'd like us just to take a moment of reflection as we do at the end of every assembly. So, hands together, eyes closed, and say Amen if you want to. Dear God, please be with us in times of weakness. Give us the strength to overcome our difficulties. Teach us to keep going when things are hard for us. Help us not to take our gifts and talents for granted, but to keep working to make them better each and every day. Amen. Now, shorter assembly today, but I'm sure you'll love the bedtime story this evening, and I will be back with another assembly on Wednesday where Mrs. Stoneham will be back playing the piano, and I have a simple message for you. Stay safe, stay indoors. Diolch yn fawr iawn.